Welcome back to Golf Goals and Grapplers with me, Christian, and I've got Chris and Bullis with me today. A little bit different this pod. We've decided to film the pod while our favourite team, Liverpool, are playing.
So basically, we're doing a watch along.
We're doing a bit of a watch along, yeah. So we're going to comment on the game against Newcastle. We're going to talk a little bit about the teams, the threats, probably do a bit of a prediction, and we'll talk along.
Why does he sound like a newsreader?
I was just about to say, mate, you sound so formal.
Was that too formal?
So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the teams, the threats.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but when you started doing this, was you a bit conscious about what your voice would sound like?
No.
So you try and do a little bit different.
Funny you should say this. So I've spoke to a few people now that have listened to the pod. Thanks very much. Appreciate your support. And a few people have obviously commented on different people on the pod. So I might take this opportunity while we're watching the game to just give you some of the feedback from some of our listeners.
My listeners.
Some of my listeners. It's all about him, isn't it?
The main event with a fucking light next to him.
The
Chris
warrior.
Show.
The warrior.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this one. Do you know why? Because obviously Liverpool game 4:30 away at Newcastle. It's been a decent start to the season. We have looked a bit shaky, but this is a big test.
Always a big game against Newcastle.
Yeah, but equally because they had an excellent season last season, finished above us. So Newcastle have got, I said this about the fantasy teams, which was I couldn't decide between Wilson and Isaac, and I felt like they'd just rotate them all season, and that's exactly what's happening. Although at the minute, Isaac seems to be just getting the nod for the start.
Yeah.
I think overall he's a stronger player, isn't he?
I like Isaac. He's really good.
Yeah, I do.
I think he'll cause some major problems to our back four today,
And
especially Matip.
The only concern, or the only weird selection that I found today is Gakpo instead of Jota. Because I think Jota's been really good the last couple of games, and then
I think he fancies Gakpo to be that Firmino role, doesn't he? I think I think Klopp's ideal front three is this: Salah, Diaz, Gakpo. I think that's where he sees it, with Jota coming in as sort of someone off the bench and someone who can cause problems. And I still don't know what he wants to do with Nunez. I really like him. I know Chris doesn't. I know you like him, Bull. I really like him, and I think giving him a proper run of games, he could be a real top striker. But I just don't see him getting another Gakpo.
Klopp wants him to work a bit harder, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And if that's the problem, he's not working hard enough, then he's got issues, and he's going to be a squad player for a significant period of time. But,
I told you.
But
I've been saying it.
I'm more interested in your feedback.
On who?
The feedback that you've received from people about the us on the pod.
Oh, look, don't get me wrong. I ain't had loads, and some of it's been positive, some of it's negative. I've had a couple of people that said that Christian's got a very nice podcast voice.
Oh, really?
A couple of people said that, yeah.
I'll take that. Cheers.
I've had a couple of people who said that me and you sound very, very Hull.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Fair. Which is fair. I've had a couple of people that said you need to lay off on the old C word because it sounds horrifying on podcasts. I mean, they don't mind the odd F here and there, but you need to chill on the C word.
What, Chris?
Yeah.
We'll stop saying that.
Apologies for dropping C-bombs.
Yeah. And
if you have.
It is a bit vulgar, mate, to be fair.
Sorry. I just get carried away in the moment. Sometimes I just
It's
can't
passion.
help it.
True
It
passion.
is.
Podcast passion.
I'm passionate about this whole thing. What the feedback?
Well, I've had feedback like, I seem like I'm the most knowledgeable and intelligent and
Was that from yourself?
best looking. And
Were you looking in the mirror?
no, my mum was listening. Got my mum to listen to the first episode, and she was like, "You're the best, love. You're the best."
My mum gave me some great feedback.
Oh God.
No, to be fair,
Right, we're kicking off. Matip instead of Kanate. What's that all about? Is Kanate injured?
That's a good point.
I'm not sure.
I've not seen that, but I
I love that when we all go on a pod, right? And we need to be well
Oh, we're in.
informed. And
We're
the
in.
first question that I ask, no one knows.
Do you know what I've just noticed now?
What's that?
The clock stopped with it being a corner, unless the clock's broken, because it's still stopped and the ball's in play.
Oh yeah, the clock's broken.
Yeah, it's definitely broken.
It's your Sky subscription, mate. It's dodgy.
I'd get onto Sky straight away and start
I
complaining.
am going to complain.
Incidentally, I got rid of my Sky, and I've never had this before in the 25 years that I've been using Sky. But they've actually asked for the fucking equipment back.
Yeah, I've had the same.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I've had the same.
Now what am I going to do for a Freeview box?
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you noticed
Is
in
it-
the
is it
YouTube
not?
comments that someone set up a GoFundMe page to buy Christian some charisma? Have you noticed that? I wonder what that's up to.
Zero, because I don't need it.
£2.40.
Have you had any feedback from your loyal fans, Christian?
Yeah, a couple of my mates have messaged me to say they're enjoying the pod. One of them messaged me to say that it's his new dog walking pod, so that's good.
Chris.
So yeah, we need to get a bit more on Spotify. I think we've had a few issues with uploading Spotify, haven't we? So we need to get more on there. But
yeah, that's the thing. So what people need to understand is, and believe it or not, I know you won't believe this, but we don't do this full time. Like this is not our full. Well, one of us does it full time.
Yeah, Christian.
Yeah. So obviously, what we're trying to do is,
I'm a busy man.
you are a busy man.
just not in Hull.
We're trying to chop up and edit stuff that takes fucking hours, whilst like negotiating full-time jobs and families and all the rest of it. So, apologies to the 6 listeners out there if you've been wanting to see some episodes on Spotify and
We've not quite made it yet.
Yeah.
Bear with us, folks.
We got banned off. What did we get banned off? Oh, we've been banned off Facebook. So if you was following us on Facebook, you can't.
Did we ever really find out what for?
I think it's because we'd set ourselves up as like an obvious business, and I don't think you're allowed. I think Facebook is a personal profile site. You can set up a page on a personal profile site, but we didn't do that. I'd set it up like a business page.
Right.
So we're banned off Facebook.
Yeah, we got banned off Facebook. Yeah,
Nice.
I think it was for the Chris Benoit joke.
I can't say I'm shocked by that.
Pretty rock and roll, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. Incidentally, if you're thinking, what was the Chris Benoit joke? That's because you've been watching on YouTube, so you need to go on to Spotify for the bonus episode, which is a wrestling episode. So go and check it out.
Audio only. And
So we're 4 minutes in, lads, and not really anything's happened yet.
I know, that's why we've been talking. This happens to me at the pub, so this is why I'm not a massive fan of watching football at the pub, because you end up talking to your mates and stuff,
handball.
and then someone goes, "Oh, do you think Liverpool played well yesterday?" And I'm like, "I don't really know."
Yeah.
Because I'm too busy chatting away. Yeah.
Don't really take notice, do you?
No. Plus, if we all just was watching it, this would be the worst pod ever.
oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to get booked here, isn't he?
true.
That
Throwing
is
that away.
fucking stupid. So Trent got fouled and then throws the ball back onto the pitch and gets booked for it.
I think it was a little bit of dissent, wasn't it?
It's almost cost me a point on Fantasy Premier League.
I was
as
just
well.
about to say, who are you boys looking out for here for FPL points then? So I've got Trent, so that's a yellow card, so that's a great start.
I've got Trent, Jobberschlei and McAllister.
I've got Trent, Salah, Bruno, Isak.
I've
Decent.
got Trent, Salah, McAllister and Bruno.
I've got to say as well.
Go on, Salah.
Oh, he skinned him. He
I
was right.
absolutely love Szoboszlai. I think he's absolutely
I think
class.
he's incredible.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I watched the full game against Brentford when we went down to 10 men and he was class.
Trent's
Trent's
in
going
trouble
off
here.
here. Oh, he's going to have a chat with him, but I don't think he's going to go.
What is Trent doing? He didn't need to do that then.
Jurgen Klopp's going mad.
Jurgen Klopp's going mad at Eddie Howe.
Them two need to have a fight.
So it was needless there, wasn't it? So
I just don't
Anthony
think
Gordon was running past him and he just put an arm out. He was never catching him. He was never getting to him and just shoved him over. There's no point.
The problem you've got is he was booked 30 seconds ago. That's why the crowd have got after him. But
Yeah.
if that wouldn't normally be a yellow.
I don't think his first one was the yellow when he throws the ball on the pitch. All he does is just push the ball onto the pitch. He doesn't throw it at anyone.
It's one of those dodgy. It's like kicking a ball away. He threw it because it wasn't a free kick. It was a throw into Newcastle, and the player came to get the ball and he lobbed it on the pitch. It was away from him. So
And the new rules this season, I think they've gone overly strict on time wasting. I think it's
definitely.
stupid.
I'm
I
calling
get
it.
that. I get why he's done it.
I'm calling it now. There's going to be a red card in this game.
Yeah, it's looking a bit feisty, isn't it? So what do you think score-wise, lads? Because I think this is going to be quite high scoring. I think it's going to be like a 3-2 or something eventually. Because I just think there's too much.
I think
Attacking
2-1
power.
Newcastle.
Oh, you're going for that here? I'd never go. I think 3-2 Liverpool.
I'm going to go Desmond.
3-all.
1-1.
You're
Des
going to go
Lamb.
2-2. I'm going to go
Yeah.
2-1 Newcastle.
Yeah, I think
I'll go 3-2. I'll stick with that.
Just edge it. I think they will. Go on then, Diaz.
Oh,
Mate,
that's
he
a great
absolutely
save.
skinned Trippier then.
Luis Diaz is class, by
You
the
just
way.
don't, when players do that, you just can't touch them, can you? Because the slightest little touch, they're down, and sometimes on replays it looks like it's really soft. Like there's a lot of debate about the Rashford one yesterday, but because people go in at such pace at times, a little nick, it's enough to take you down. And for me, that's a penalty still because you're impeding their approach to goal.
Yeah,
so
because if you're going at speed,
that's what it is.
if you're going at speed, it doesn't take as much for you to go down as if you're standing still.
absolutely not. What do you make of this, by the way? Because there's a.
I hate him.
Do you hate him?
Eddie Howe's fucking assistant bellend.
Yeah.
Can't bear him. Who does he think he is? Go sit on the bench like a little bitch like you should be.
I didn't feel felt that strongly about it.
Do your job. He annoys me. He often he's ahead of Eddie Howe in the technical box.
What's it? Is it Jason Tyndall? Is that his name?
Yeah,
He's called bitch number 2.
But I
Don't
don't
forget it.
I can't.
Pussy boy.
Yeah, pussy boy number 2.
Pussy
Now go
boy.
sit down. Go sit down with the rest of the fucking boot warmers.
Do you know what? When I mentioned it, I never thought it was going to get that reaction. But
He really winds me up.
Really? I'd never guessed.
it's when like Eddie Howe's having a conversation with another manager, and he's just next to him, like nodding his head and like getting involved. Like, what are you doing? I wonder if Eddie Howe's ever turned around to him and said, "Just sit down.
Just fuck off, you prick."
By the way, if people were tuning in, hoping for us to sort of, be commentating on the match and, sort of giving them some really incisive feedback, like some pundits.
You're listening to the wrong
Yeah,
podcast.
that's not
Yeah, that was never going to be this. What we'll kind of do is every so often you'll probably hear us pause because we're watching the football, and then like just say something random which you won't understand.
If we all go quiet, Liverpool are breaking into the box.
What were you saying?
Oh, no,
Trent.
Trent's just cocked up.
Alisson's best in the world.
Oh,
Trent, fucking get off the
hell.
pitch now, you absolute wanker.
Trent's gone mad.
It's worse that he's an
he got-
Evertonian.
since he got
I hate
booked.
that. Why is Anthony Gordon pointing at the Newcastle badge? You've been there 4 months. You was at Everton. Like, I hate pointing at the badge like you was Alan Shearer.
He's a lifelong Newcastle fan.
Fucking
Yeah.
hate
At
it.
the all.
I hate it.
Fuck's sake.
Alexander Arnold's had
That's
an absolute
shocking.
shocker.
I mean, look, it's a simple one. Oh, what's he
Just
doing?
no control.
Get
you know
him off
what,
the
though?
pitch. He's done.
I'm not sure what would have been worse if he'd turned around and dragged him down and got sent off, or
Yeah, that.
or just left him to go through like that. I don't know.
Well, he won't catch him anyway, mate. He's rapid, he's Gordon. I mean, it's not even a good finish. Has it gone between Alisson's legs?
Yeah.
Does that go down as a Salah assist? Do I get some points on FPL for that?
Oh, he nearly got him as well.
Nearly
Did
pulled
he?
his shirt back.
Oh,
That's
no.
a great
Great tackle.
challenge.
Did he get the ball? He's
What?
saying he didn't get the ball.
Oh,
Red card.
Oh,
way.
no.
Van
That
Dijk.
is disgusting. What a disgusting decision. This referee's gone mad.
What is going on?
This referee's gone mad.
It looked like he got the ball.
What is going on?
Everyone's confused.
I'm assuming he's claiming that Van Dijk's the last man here.
Can you go for VAR for a red card?
Yeah, you can't go
Yeah,
for
yeah.
yellow.
Can't go for yellow.
So that might be better.
Overturned.
Yeah, but what is he doing?
This referee's having a disgusting game.
I mean, they're not. VAR's not going to overturn this unless he very clearly got the ball first.
Yeah, I
because
agree.
because he is the last man. He is in on goal, but he's got to have got the ball here on the replay. Otherwise, Van Dijk is done.
God,
It
this
was-
has gone to
he was,
shit.
He
hasn't
was
it?
very, very quick to make his decision, though. The ref, very quick to make his decision.
It's difficult because it did look quite a tough challenge, but also the direction of where the ball went. We'll see it on this
This is
replay.
interesting. Oh,
That's
mate,
not a red. I'm sorry. How is that a red
Is that
card?
a pen as well? Is that in the box?
They've got to slow this down.
He's got the ball.
He's got the
No,
ball.
he clipped his heel first.
That's
But
not a red though.
There's got to be contact, though. It's football, for fuck's sake. You can't not have
Yeah,
contact.
I agree with you there. mate.
He stepped in between his legs and got the ball.
There's
Surely.
absolutely no way on the face of this planet that
He's got to go.
he's gone.
VAR hasn't overturned it.
That's embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Down to 10 men, 1-0 down.
I'll be honest with you. I could give two shits. Whatever team that happens to, that is a fucking joke of a decision. That is a scandalous.
That's what he's saying there, isn't he? He's
Van
saying it's a
Dijk's just
joke.
called him a fucking joke.
That's a scandalous decision. There is no way on the face of
The
that.
thing is,
on
with
the face
stuff
of
like
this
that
planet.
now, defenders won't want to make challenges because if that's the standard of what a red card is these days, the game's gone. A red card is a dangerous tackle. That's not a dangerous tackle.
That is crazy, that, innit? I mean, what are you thinking now? If you clock, mate, you thinking 3 at the back already?
I'm not sure.
Or are you thinking go 4 at the back and bring Gomez on and take off a striker?
To be fair, you probably want to take off Trent and
He's bringing
And the
another.
forward.
He's bringing another defender on, isn't he?
you probably want to bring on Konate and Gomez.
Do you think Newcastle's smelling blood right now though? 1-0 up, controlling the ball a little bit.
I mean,
Down
really, they should see this out. There's no way
Yeah.
Liverpool should be thinking they're getting anything from this game.
No.
And if they are, it's because Newcastle have let you back in.
Yeah. Yeah, especially at home. If this was at Anfield, it'd probably be a different story. But at St James's, you've got to be seeing this out.
What a goal. What a save. I've never seen a save like it. Gordon Banks-esque. What a save.
How is
Did he get a touch onto that though?
Wait until this slows down, mate.
Wait till you
What
see
a
the
save.
Wait till you see the replay, mate.
Unbelievable save.
Oh, yeah.
my
Oh,
God.
my
my
God.
word. Alisson.
That is
my
why
God.
he's the best goalkeeper in the world right now.
Best Premier League goalkeeper of all time, if you saw our last pod.
Absolutely not. But
He is, though.
that is amazing.
What a save.
Kept us in this
What a
game.
strike, by the way.
If Roy Keane's on at half time, he'll be like, yeah, it's his job. That he should be doing it
Yeah.
anyway, it's his job.
Oh, he's going again.
He's kept us in this game until they score again.
What a save. Is he in? He looks onside. Oh, you've got to lift it over the keeper first time. You've got to know you're aware. That's why he's not a striker. So he's receiving that. He should know that the keeper's coming and just
dink it
lift it
straight
over
away.
him, yeah. And now they're counting on us and it's 3 on
So
3.
open.
Yeah, this game's got in danger of going out of hand here. Maybe we should just say all Liverpool players are shit and they'll start
we're
playing
never going to
incredible.
score.
You do that all the time anyway.
Yeah, no, I deliberately do it.
And then they still play shit.
Yeah, I think Nunez is shit. But the problem is, I actually do think
Nunez
Nunez
will
is
come on. Nunez will come on and score the winner.
Nunez is so technically poor that he can't. It looks like he can't play football. I mean, I don't get wrong, he's rapid, but he cannot play football.
What have you got against him?
I honestly don't know.
That he can't play football. He's technically very poor on the ball. Heavy touches, just a donkey on the ball. I just think I've said this to you both loads, but if you're paying 85 million, you're paying for a finished article. You're not paying for a fucking work in progress.
We've just said that you're paying 35 million for a box standard squad player, so
And you Man United are paying 72 million for Hodgland, who
I
scored
don't
9
think
goals.
85 you are paying for a real like the finished article anymore.
You're
I
right
think
for your Liverpool, because that's the world we're in, right? We're not in Chelsea's world where we're paying 150, 120 million a player, right? We don't have the finances. We're in the 50 to 60 million world.
No,
That's
yeah,
how we
definitely,
play
yeah.
it. That's how we
Absolutely.
market.
I'm interested to see what the panel say at half time around some of the decisions that have gone on.
We're back, guys, for the second half. Short interlude, and we're back to watch this shit show.
I can't believe Trent's still on.
I know.
I thought he would have pulled him at. Oh, bloody hell.
What did you make
You
about
sound like Gary
Jamie?
Neville in the new
I
camp.
did, didn't I?
What did you make about Jamie Carragher at half time? What he was saying about the red card?
I think, again, a little bit like us, we said, didn't we? It's difficult to take the fact that we're fans out of our decisions and our way of thinking. I think Jamie's very similar, but I don't know. The only thing for me is goal scoring opportunity. I always see that as more down central. Because if you go left or right, you go centre with your first touch, you're pretty much still in on goal. It is very much left-hand side.
If this was Newcastle versus Brighton and a Brighton player got sent off, would you think it was a red card?
I think it's harsh.
I do agree with what Carragher was saying about you just don't know what his first touch is going to be. His first touch might have took him away from goal. And because he hasn't taken that touch and he's not clearly in on goal, then I don't think it's a red card. I think it's a yellow card.
It's bad.
Everyone's cheering because Klopp's losing his shit.
He is a bit psychopathic, isn't he? Because like he'll have those moments where he's smiling, he's just on the sideline looking calm, and then suddenly he just loses his shit real bad.
Do you know if this game finishes 1-0? That's really bad on Newcastle. You're at home. You've the other team's had 10 men for 70 minutes. You should be beating that team, but like we're edging this since we've gone down to 10. You know.
I still don't think it looks like we've got 10. It's just I'm not sure what if we're gonna create much going forward.
Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult in it to sort of create, but it's not one where we haven't gone to all of a sudden where they've got 85% of the ball. It hasn't been like that at all, has it?
I reckon if it gets to 65, 70 minutes and it's still 1-0, you're going to see Jota and Darwin Nunez come on.
For who? Salah.
Gakpo and
Salah.
Probably Gakpo and Endo.
I mean, if Saudi wants sniffing around, I reckon they would swap Salah out.
Yeah, probably, mate.
He was fuming he got brought off last time, wasn't he? So he won't. I don't think he'll do that again.
Here's a question.
Go on.
Would you rather look like Anthony Gordon but have Anthony Gordon's wages, or would you rather look like you and have your wages?
Me and my wages. No, absolutely not. Anthony Gordon, his wages, 100%.
Nah, mate.
He looks like Skeletor or He-Man.
I'd rather be skint than look like
He
him.
could use his wages to change his appearance, couldn't he?
He looks like, you know, the guy at Lagoons has had a child with fucking what did you say earlier, Bull?
Claire Balding.
Yeah. The guy at Lagoons has had a child with Claire Balding and created Anthony Gordon.
Sloth and Claire Balding's love child.
It's unfortunate, isn't it?
Do you know what? He's still earning about 80 grand a week.
Yeah, I know.
So I'd probably much rather have 80 grand a week and look like him.
Do you reckon? I reckon he's on more than 80, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Do you reckon? More than 80 grand a week?
Yeah, I think so.
He went for 50 mil, so that doesn't help. Because obviously normally when you go for lower fees, you can negotiate higher wages, can't you? Yeah, he might be on 100 grand a week.
Oh, Harvey Elliott's coming on.
Oh God.
The man child.
Again, you don't like him, do you?
It's not that I don't. Right, listen. It's not that I don't like Harvey Elliott or Curtis Jones or Bacecic or anyone like that. Like I like them, but they're underweight. They're undersized for Prem football.
Premier League.
Like they need to fill out and become a man. Like they're still kids and they look like they're in kids' bodies.
It's a good job you're not playing in the Premier League, isn't it?
You know, but this is the thing though. You can have kids that are like 15, 16-year-old, right, that are like over 6 foot, but they still haven't fully developed their bones and their joints and their muscles and stuff, right? So they've got boy strength.
Yeah.
Whereas
I get where you're coming from.
men have got men's strength, and there's a difference. Like Salah going up against a 21-year-old, there's no competition because Salah's an absolute ox.
This is the problem now, though. We're going to throw players forward, and Newcastle just leave 3 or 4 up.
To be fair, though, what I would rather us lose this 3-0, 4-1,
Yeah.
than just give up and just defend a 1-0 loss.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
At least go for it, because you never know what can happen. But
This
you're
is
right.
weird, though.
This could be one of those ones where we throw everyone up there and we lose, like you say, a last minute 2-0 goal.
Come on, we need to grow into this, mate. We need to fucking... Nah, hopeful fucking... We're not going to score an header from 25 yards out.
I know it sounds real simple, but I just don't understand when players have got pace, they don't just run at defenders anymore. Like you don't see it very often, do you? Like Salah's got pace, just run at a defender, go left, go right, sit him on his ass or something, and just like back yourself to go past him.
I agree, right? I think that for the last 10, 15 years has been coached out of people. Like the stats tell you that a pass will be more successful than a run. So people are like being drilled to just pass. But I agree, like there's nothing better than watching someone in full flight skinning another player.
Yeah.
Do you know what as well? That I hated Man United, right? But that's why Ryan Giggs was so good.
Yeah, I
Because that's
enjoy
exactly
Ryan
what.
Giggs.
But I always think as well now.
Not a great brother.
No. That's the problem as well, though. Mo Salah left-footed. He should
Yeah,
really.
that's nice.
If you think about it, it should really be on the left. If he's going to do that, if he's going to skin people, he should really be a left winger.
I know, but he likes to cut in and shoot, doesn't he?
Yeah, and
the whole point.
that's like you said, Chris, about it being coached out of him. He's coached now to play on the right hand side,
Yeah.
so he can cut inside.
And now they switch players over, like you used to. Left footed, you play on the left.
Yeah.
But they've switched the wingers over now,
Yeah.
so you can cut back in. But Salah's very predictable.
Yeah. He's all left, isn't he?
There's a few games each season where he's world class, and then he's very predictable after that. Do you know, looking back to where so Liverpool sort of peaked sort of 2018 to 2020, didn't they? Maybe 2021.
Mm-hmm.
It was when Wijnaldum left that everything sort of started
Yeah.
to sort of just
Fall down.
feel different.
I was gutted when he left.
Yeah, I was.
I thought that was a massive
player.
mistake letting him
Is
go.
he still at PSG?
No, he went to Roma, didn't he?
Roma. Is he playing or is he like benched?
Oh, there was rumours of him going on a free transfer again, weren't there?
Oh, I don't know.
So
Isn't that weird?
I saw someone say, like, would you take him back at Liverpool if he gets released or something like that? And I was like, absolutely would. If someone said to me now, Wijnaldum for a year, 12-month contract, get him in.
I'd get him in.
Rest of the season.
I'd take Wijnaldum back.
Yeah.
I'd take Mane back.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
yeah. Have you ever been to St James's Park?
Yeah.
It's steep, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're up in the rafters, aren't you, as the away fans?
What a stadium, though.
I watched.
Good atmosphere,
I
definitely.
watched
Yeah.
arguably the worst game of football I've ever watched at St James's Park.
It finished 0-0.
It did.
Did it? Good seeing when that
was,
happens.
It was Newcastle against Brighton.
The problem is when you're chasing as 10 men, you have a danger that like by sort of 75 minutes, 80 minutes, you've run out of steam,
Yeah.
and you're just never going to threaten whatsoever.
I don't know what I'd do to change it now, though. Oh, bloody hell, Harvey Barnes.
I like Harvey Barnes,
I
mate.
do, yeah. I like Wilson as well. I can see a Barnes to Wilson link up coming up here for number 2 and kill it.
We should have signed Harvey Barnes.
I'm surprised we didn't go in for
Maddison.
Barnes, Maddison, or Tielemans.
Yeah, I am.
So
There must be something in the stats that just was like, we don't want him.
basically, we should have raided Leicester.
Yeah. Like we used to raid Southampton, didn't we?
Yeah.
Why is Nick Pope not England's number 1, do you think? Purely based on historical performances?
Do you know? I don't know. He should be for me.
I think he will now because of where Newcastle are and they're in the Champions League and things
And
like
where
that.
Everton are. Bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trippier's a right gobshite, isn't he?
Yeah.
Fuck off, you little gobshite. I feel like there's 20 minutes to play, just under.
That's a free kick in the middle of the park, isn't it?
Liverpool just need one chance, and then if you take your chance, great. If you don't, then you fucked it. But you just need to create one clear-cut chance now.
For Stan Collymore.
For Stan Collymore?
Yeah.
Why are you just naming, like, old players?
Who's if you had to pick your England team now, who would it be?
Nick Pope.
Is that it?
That's it. Jude Bellingham. That's it.
That's all you need.
That is all. Jude Bellingham is all you need.
He's on fire, isn't he, for
Yeah,
Madrid
he is.
this year?
Kane, Foden. I don't think Grealish should get anywhere near the squad. I think Jack Grealish is overhyped.
Fair enough.
He gives me nothing. I don't get excited about him when he gets the ball. Nothing.
Does not turn you on?
No, not at all. Like, not at all. Foden is miles better than Jack Grealish.
Yeah, I agree.
If they went 2-3-0 up at this point, I wouldn't be surprised.
If this finishes 1-0, then this is a moral victory for Liverpool.
Yeah.
And in the moral league, we'll be top.
Yeah. I'll take that.
I'm still shocked Trent Alexander-Arnold's still on the pitch.
I know, he's done well, to be fair, to stay on, hasn't he?
I think if we had another right back, he probably wouldn't be.
Yeah, we have. He's playing centre-back, Joe Gomez.
Yeah, but that's because we ain't got another centre back because he got sent off.
But where's
mad.
Konate? He's injured. He's got to be injured.
He's
Because
got
why
to
did
be.
he come on?
It must be. To not even be in, like, on the squad and
Can
bringing
I-
on Kwanzaa.
I was going to say Kwanzaa. This Kwanzaa kid might be decent.
First touch was dregs. Of course it was. Who? Shock. Nunez. First touch, garbage. Absolute garbage.
Oh, here we go.
His first touch should be in on goal.
In fairness, it was a
And now
tough.
they're going to go up the other end and score.
It was a tough ball to control.
Nah, mates. Nah. Stop
give
this.
him the benefit of the
You're
doubt.
going to have to stop this, you two. You're going to have to stop this.
Fucking sorry, Dad.
Right, you did this the other week, right? They brought Nunez on the other week, right? And it was just a ball into him, right? He's a professional footballer. He's a striker for one of the top clubs in the world. You should be in on goal with your first touch both times, and both times is shit. Like, you've
look
got
at Salah, mate.
You're wearing rose-tinted glasses, you two.
Look at Salah. Arguably one of the best footballers in the world, and he has some dregs first touches. And he's been playing every game. 10 minutes to go with probably, another 4 or 5 added times?
Yeah,
He's
we've
been
just
loads
had a
of
little
time.
spell there, haven't we?
I mean, that's not a bad touch.
It's not a bad first touch.
His touch should be in on goal.
Yeah, he
not-
should be. I get that.
It's his second touch that's probably the worst.
It's
His
that,
first
yeah.
touch is decent. His second one's the worst.
His first touch ain't decent because his first touch took him the wrong way.
Oh! Get in! Darwin! Get in
I said we
there!
need one clear chance.
I'm gonna say
Shut up shop.
take everything back what you said about Darwin
Stop
Nunez.
the count.
Why?
Stop the count.
Why does that validate him that he's managed to put one goal in out of the last 50 shots?
Touch and finish.
That
Touch
does
and
not
finish.
validate
Touch
him.
and
Touch and
finish.
finish.
I'm sorry, it don't validate him.
Chris, you're buying the Mackies.
I'm throwing it out there. I called the fact that Darwin Nunez, and believe it when you watch it back, I called Darwin Nunez would come on and score.
The problem you've got is you're both simps. Right. You're both
Shut up,
absolute
old man.
simps. So you've scored. So he's scored. He's done one good thing, right? And now you two are like now fucking Nunez fanboys now, right?
you know what your problem-
We've always been a fan of him.
The problem is I've got higher standards than you two. Clearly,
Do you know what your problem
I
is?
don't think it's that clear.
You can't admit when you were wrong.
Yeah.
I can admit when I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
And when Darwin Nunez has scored 30 goals and got a Champions League and a couple of Ballon d'Ors, I'll admit I'm wrong.
Mate, there's only 9 minutes left. He's not going to score 30.
Might get 2 Ballon d'Ors though. Mentality monsters. I hate that term, by
I
the way.
know,
It's so
I hate-
cringe.
Yeah, I do.
Do you know what I hate most catchphrases and sayings and all
Yeah,
that
I know.
shite.
I know.
It's a game of two halves.
Yeah. I just mean any in life.
Toss it in the mixer.
What? Where's that from?
Football?
Toss it in the mixer.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
That's our first shot on target, I think, this half.
Yep, one
or
shot,
even our
one
first
goal.
shot.
What do we do now?
What if we turn around and win this?
What if if you're the manager here, are you sticking or twisting? Are you going for 2-1 or are you trying to equal, get the point and go?
Oh, no, I'd go for 2-1 and 3-1.
Continue as you are for me.
All right, boys. You've
No.
got 10 men, not 15 men. Just go 4-5-1.
we've got
go
that-
win it. Go out there and win it.
We've got Darwin Nunez. What more do we need?
The way you've been playing and the way you've set up has got you a goal, and you haven't really been massively under threat. So,
To be honest, we've been
Continue
bringing
as you
on
are.
attacking players, so now you've pretty much got to stay attacking. Otherwise, you've got 6 attacking players trying to defend.
Man of the match for me is Konsa.
It's been magical since he came on, hasn't he?
He's been outstanding. Not put a foot wrong with lad.
Do you know what? I feel like we deserve to get something from this game because
Newcastle haven't put it to bed.
we've been the better team with 10 men.
Yeah, do you know what? I agree. Go on, Darwin.
Oh,
It's got to fall for a red. It's got to fall for somebody.
Sean.
Zoboszlai.
handball! Come on!
No chance you're getting on ball for that.
This is terrible audio for the pod.
It is, yeah. Getting too excited.
Terrible audio.
Ooh.
Oh, he should have took a dive then, Nunez.
I think there's definitely a twist in this game at some point, isn't there? Something's coming still. Either
what she
for
said.
or against us. Yeah, look at that. One shot on target. But then again, the possessions come back up.
Is that in the whole match?
No, since Van Dijk's
Oh,
red
since
card,
Van Dijk's
since
red
Van
we've
Dijk's
had
card.
40% possession. That's some going
That's
now.
all right, isn't it?
Away
Yeah.
from home with 10 men, you've had 41% possession.
Against Newcastle, were
Against a
decent team.
decent team, yeah. It's not like it's against.
I should have put a tenner on my predicted score
Luton.
though. I predicted Newcastle 2-1.
You
Yeah.
did, yeah. Still time yet, mate.
I know, that's what I mean. Should I whack a 2-1 on now? It'd be shit odds
No,
now.
come on, Ray.
It'll be real shit odds now.
That's a great finish, by the way.
It's a great finish, but do you know what I was thinking? And I don't want to like egg Chris on here, but when he started pulling back his right foot from that far out, I thought, take it a bit further because you're just going to have a wild shot here. But it was a great, precise finish.
You couldn't take it further because he narrows the angle.
It does, but
And
it also
he catches Pope off guard.
yeah.
Look, I'm giving Darwin the benefit of the doubt.
I think that no,
His creation is
Yeah.
incredible, Darwin.
Right, okay. I'll summarise him in one word. All right. He's all right.
does he not excite you a little bit though when he comes
No.
on because he's a bit erratic? and
No,
that?
I mean he's
Oh.
good looking, so he excites me a bit that way. But as a player, no.
As long as he excites you in some way,
Yeah, but to be
it's
fair,
worth the 85 mil.
to be fair, mate, Liverpool previously have had a lot of all right strikers.
Right.
We've had a lot of strikers where before Torres came to Liverpool, he was just all right. At Atletico Madrid, he was all right. He didn't pull up. No,
Terrible.
no. Hang on, let me explain. At Atletico Madrid, he was all right. If you look at his stats, he was okay.
All
At
right, then.
Liverpool, he was miles better.
Liverpool's who do you think is Liverpool's best ever striker?
Well, Ian Rush.
Yeah.
Again, not by necessarily by goals.
New era.
Or not necessarily by goals. I mean, like, who do you think is because Rush was there for a lot longer than some of the other ones, but
Yeah. So
You're asking two different questions there because you're asking who's the best by stats, who's the best.
oh no,
In-
because I get it. Obviously, a striker's job is to score goals, but whenever I think of who's the best, I don't necessarily think
Luis
of
Suarez.
who's putting it in the back of the net because it could be just tap-ins all the time. Like it's not.
Well, because of my age. If it's who did you like? Because of my age, it was Michael Owen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But when you look at the stats, I think Ian Rush scored something like, I don't know, don't quote me on it,
300
like
goals or something like that.
360
Something
goals or something like that. It's crazy. He's like 100 clear. I mean, I think there's Ian Hunt up there. But as good as Salah's been, Salah's still like 200 goals short of Ian Rush.
I think as well. You know, when we was doing the Prem teams as well, I can't believe none of us said Owen because at the end of the day, he's a Ballon d'Or winner,
I know.
and he
I
was
know.
he was unbelievable at Liverpool.
Do you know, after we finished that pod, and someone mentioned him right at the end, and then I started thinking about him and started thinking, yeah, he's got a really strong shout, and that was Aguero.
Yeah.
A really strong shout because goals per game, he's the best in the
Ridiculous,
Prem.
wasn't it?
Like 1.1 goal, 1.1 games per goal or something like that.
Do you know who's someone I thought about for centre back that none of us ever mentioned as well? Vincent Kompany.
Yeah,
I
another one.
thought he was unbelievable.
Do you know you picked Branislav Ivanovic? You
Yeah.
could have also picked Pablo Zabaleta.
Yeah, Zabaleta's a good
Yeah,
shout.
they'd have both been shit, yeah.
Oh,
Good
that-
shout.
Both been shit
You
choices,
can't,
but I
look
could have
past,
done.
you cannot look past Kyle Walker for right back.
Micah
I
Richards.
think on
Micah
hindsight, I
Richards.
agree with that. I agree with Kyle Walker. I think overall,
Micah Richards bursting onto the scene.
Yeah, but I think I would have probably got slated by Manc fans because there was no Keane, there was no Scholes, they're big shouts. And then obviously I know you had Giggs and Beckham in. That's see what I mean? It's him plumbing his fucking kidneys.
that's another one as well. Like goalkeepers, Pepe Reina, by the way.
Pepe Reina's a great
Pepe
shout.
Reina, because do you know what? He was the first keeper that was like technically good with his feet as well. That I kind of saw his distribution. I loved it where he did that sideways kick. His distribution was unbelievable.
Peggy Arpeck said.
I remember him.
Tony Warner.
I do remember him.
Finally, Christian remembers one.
Yeah, I do.
Tony Warner.
David James.
David James.
David James.
Shocking
yeah.
at corners, but
David James was a great
good
goalkeeper,
shot
though,
stopper.
wasn't he?
Good striker.
He wasn't great. He was good, but
Not
he
for,
was
not,
shocking.
for, not for Liverpool, but he was a great goalkeeper and for
Brad
his career.
Friedel. Brad Friedel.
Oh,
was
he's in.
good.
Mate,
Constant.
I'd snatch a point off you now and run out of St James's Park.
Same.
Yeah, I would.
Well, we said that after Van Dijk went off, didn't we? We'd take a point.
Yeah, 100%.
Great result. If we can keep this at 1-1, great result.
By the way, for fantasy, who passed to Nunez? Who got the assist? Anyone can remember?
Good shout.
I think it was Szoboszlai.
I hope so.
Szoboszlai.
I've got Job on pitch, and my rest of my team's done nothing this week.
There's something quite therapeutic about saying his name.
Schlobbersly.
Not slob.
That's what it is. It's Schlobberslide.
Soberslide.
Schlobberslide.
No, you just said the same fucking thing
No,
again.
it's schlob.
Soberslide.
It's got an L in it.
No,
I feel like I'm drowning in both your saliva right now, so you need to stop saying it.
I'd love Jurgen Klopp to have a bust up with Eddie Howe before the end of the game.
Why?
Because it'd just be funny.
Do you reckon he's a bit of an hard man? Yeah, good. Do you reckon he'd just go up and stick nut on someone? That's it, and then
What's
just walk
Eddie
off?
Howe's assistant called?
Jason Tyndall.
I'd love
Bitch
Jurgen
boy.
Klopp to go and just pat him on his head and go, "Thank you for coming today.
Sit down, bitch boy.
You've done good today."
I can't remember what it was, but there was a manager who did that, but he went over to shake hands with him, and he went and shook hands with
Yeah,
Eddie Howe.
good.
He's like, get out,
Yeah,
what are you
good.
doing?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Because he does that as well. At the end of the game, he walks up to the manager, doesn't he, and just tries to...
Yeah.
It's more Eddie Howe's comments when he turned around and went, me and Jurgen Klopp will never be friends because of what he said about the money and stuff. And you're thinking, yeah, I get it, but shut the fuck up.
Is he going to be bothered?
Jurgen Klopp does not give a shit if you're his mate. Pep Guardiola does not give a shit if Steve Bruce is his mate.
I know.
No one cares.
Ooh.
I'd love it if Darwin scored the winner, because that would be good.
I'd love it if Darwin scored
for
the
many
winner.
reasons.
He'd deserve a Ballon d'Or
You
just
would
for
only
that,
love it that he scored the winner
to prove you wrong.
because
Exactly,
of me.
yeah. That's one of the
exactly.
reasons,
Yeah.
but also because we get the 3 points.
You're better than that, both. Yeah.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm really not.
Do better.
I don't want to do better. I want Darwin to prove you wrong. I want him to make you a believer.
Mate, Darwin could score 10 today and not make me a believer. He needs to be better in all aspects of his game.
It'd be a third of the way to 30 and he's one of his Ballon d'Ors.
Don't know. People need to let me know what they feel about Nunez in the comments, because I'm mixed. There is bits of his game, but he's just too rough around the edges for me. He's not polished at all.
I get what you're saying, because for you, it's that price tag, isn't it? If he came at 30 million, 35,
Absolutely.
you'd be like, yeah, he's a
I'd be
good
like,
player.
yeah, we've got a work in progress here. Give him a couple of
I
seasons.
get what your thought process behind that is. But you're wrong. Ultimately,
Darwin Nunez or Romelu Lukaku?
Ayo.
Nunez.
Is he onside?
Please say that's onside.
Is he onside?
Mate, if he's onside, if he is onside, this guy's a fucking legend.
Mate,
If this is onside, Chris, you need to
if
eat
this
that
is
hat.
onside, I've just said if he scores 10, I'm still not buying into him. But if he's won this for us,
What a fucking finish.
what a game.
Two great finishes. Oh,
Mate, has it even gone to VAR or is it given?
come on,
Absolute
please.
This is
scenes,
fucking
boys.
be on.
class.
Mate, my phone's going wild. There must be a delay on our game, but my WhatsApp group's going wild,
This
so it must
is
be a goal.
class.
Come on, VAR. He went early though. That was my worry. Play it.
Yeah.
He's miles on. He's miles on.
This is what a finish as well.
Fuck off.
What a finish.
Come on, son. That's why I love you, Darwin.
Yes,
Fucking
I fucking
Darwin.
love Darwin Nunez. What a player!
It's just gone straight into my Prem XI of all time.
Brilliant
after
player.
that.
The good
Class,
thing about him, mate, is he's such a polished footballer. He's so he's
Finished
refined.
article.
He's a refined article, mate.
Fucking brilliant.
What a player!
Absolute
Do you know
class.
what? The good thing I like as well about him, mate, it was totally worth that 85 million. Totally worth it.
I'd give him another 20.
Let's see this out then, boys. We've got
Come
a
on.
minute to see it out.
Mate,
Go on,
he's
then
in
we're in
again.
again, boys. We're in again.
He's in again,
Go on,
mate.
then.
Can you believe this?
No,
we
take it
win
to the
3-1.
corner, take it to the corner.
Go for it. Give Darwin a hat trick.
Hilarious, this, mate.
Give Darwin a hat trick.
Go to the corner, Trent. He's pointing to the corner saying, someone go to the corner. Yeah, you go to the
Trent.
corner, Trent.
Lead the way, Skip.
Go on, Skipper.
Get the foul.
Yeah, come on.
Go on,
Yeah,
Passion.
what a
That's what we
finish.
like to see.
Fuck you.
Is that
Mate,
Lino time to calm down?
Shut up,
Mate,
Lino.
I'm throwing it
fuck
out.
off.
I'm throwing it out there without being racist. I've never seen a black landsman before.
Have you not?
No.
I have.
Why is he telling him to calm down?
I know. Why
Darwin
tell him to
Nunez,
calm
man of the
down?
match.
Game is gone if you can't even go to your fans and be passionate.
I'm going to have to watch this back with commentary because I love seeing a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Joe's trying to lose
Joe,
this
what
for
you
us.
doing?
Nah,
up.
play on.
Get
Play
up,
on.
Get up, pussy boy.
How long we got left?
It's on the cusp
Oh,
now, isn't it?
Soberslide, what you
It's on
doing?
the 5.
It's
That's
minimum
it.
as well, though.
Come
No,
on.
it's minimum.
Blow up.
Oh, why are you giving that
Dick.
away, Jobbo?
I mean, obviously 3 points is great, but at least we know we've at least got the draw here, so...
Unbelievable.
Do you know what's even better? Jason Tyndall's face.
Do you know what's even better, mate? Is this is 2 weeks on the bounce, mate, where refs have tried to stitch us.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if Van Dijk's red card gets over 10, you know.
Do you know what? This is also
Nick
shocking on
Pope's going up.
Newcastle's part as well.
Nick Pope's gone up.
To lose a game from that position is terrible.
Do you know what would make this even funnier? If Nick Pope scored.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, fair play if he does.
I hope Alisson
Oh,
scored.
are you kidding me?
What a fucking
no.
dickhead.
Come on.
What a
win.
victory, boys.
What a
Come
win.
on. Do you know what, though? That's the type of game
Yeah, I love it.
where you will look back and go, we fucking grinded out that win.
You
That's the
love to
type
see
of
it.
games that get us into the top 8 this season. Come on.
Come on, Europa League.
Oh, fucking hell, even the physio gets it.
He was getting sacked in the
And
morning now.
that guy just got a slap in the face.
What a finish.
How the hell he's finished the game as well? Trent.
To be fair, mate, it did,
he
second half, it did
did
a
enough,
job.
didn't he?
I'll reiterate
Did
the point,
enough.
mate. For Newcastle to lose that is shocking on their
Yeah.
part.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
is
they should have seen that
terrible
through.
on their part.
I agree, because at that point you just take it to Liverpool, don't you? And you just attack after attack after
fuck
attack.
off, you afterbirth.
Mate, do you know what's funny? Anthony Gordon used to play for Everton, scored and then lost the game. Richarlison, for the last season against Tottenham,
Yeah.
scored,
Yeah.
thinking it was Billy Big Bollocks,
Yep.
and they lost the game.
What a finish that was.
Love that. Those finishes by Darwin, were
Darwin
absolutely
Nunez.
lethal as well.
Mate,
Like
he was lethal in pre-season.
if he can
Average.
if he can continue that all season, that is deadly.
The finishes were average, weren't they? I mean, you'd be expecting to score them.
Oh, buzzing.
Oh, he goes, there you go. You've got one start in the next 6 months now.
Yeah.
You're playing in the Europa League against
You played your way in against Trabzonspor.
You can play Carabao Cup.
Levski Sofia.
Spartak Vladi Kavkaz. You're in the team. Oh, mate,
You can
I've got
play
some,
against Crawley in the Carabao Cup.
I've got some Newcastle fans.
Same.
Oh, mates.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
They
sorry.
aren't
Sorry.
going to be happy.
Sorry, lad.
They're not watching this. They're not watching this pod.
Mine might be.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
I'm not sorry at all.
Also, I'm wondering what this pod would be like audio only. It'll be shite.
A disgrace.
Yeah, it'll be absolutely shite.
No, I think it'd be good because we've still talked about general topics and things as well.
Shit.
Mate, Klopp's loving Jobbo, isn't he?
Yeah, he is,
Yeah.
mate.
He likes him. He's a player. He is a player, mate.
Mate,
He's got both feet. He's
a
polished.
talisman.
Mate, I should have got both feet.
He's got 2 feet.
If we paid 60 million for 1 foot,
Mate, do you know what?
Well, we paid 85 million for half a foot with Nunez.
Mate, that half a foot just scored 2 goals.
I think Eddie Howe's clapping our pod. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Ed.
Appreciate it.
Big
man
concert.
of the match,
Big
Conser, yeah.
concert did not put a foot wrong. What a debut.
That was a weird sub, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, mate. But it
I mean-
worked. Joe Gomez don't get a hug, he gets a fucking handshake.
That's
just think-
mad. That I'm just glad we
Brilliant.
actually won because now the pod can go out.
What's
Like,
up?
it's not like 2 hours of our life wasted.
Wataru
What a
Endo
result.
does not have a clue what's going on.
Although, the first hour and a half of this pod was so flat. If you want to tune in, just tune into the last 2 minutes.
Just tune in, yeah. Just watch the last.
I
Yeah.
can feel the energy in the room, mate. We're what's that put us like third, 7 points, second, third. There's
Yes.
only City on 9 points. Who
No,
else on-
West Ham are on
Oh,
9
West Ham on
points. Are
9
they?
points as well, yeah. No, West Ham on 7.
Are they on 7?
I think they've got a better goal difference than us though. So I think it
I'll
puts
take
us
that
third.
though. Unbeaten after 3 games, playing Chelsea, Newcastle, and Bournemouth.
I don't give
mean-
a shit. Darwin
I mean-
Nunez is top of the goal scoring charts.
You've got a fair point, mate. You've got Chelsea and Newcastle out the way already.
Yeah.
And you've
Away,
got
yeah,
7
both
out of
of them.
9. Did we play Chelsea away?
Yeah.
Chelsea, Stamford
So we've
Bridge,
got
wasn't
both away out the way as well
Yeah.
in the schedule. That's decent going.
it? Yeah, can't argue with that as a start.
That's a mugging though, that
Oh,
innit?
look at
Mate,
him.
that is a massive mugging.
See, he's bald. He
Newcastle-
probably was topless, but he just put it back on because he's ashamed.
Newcastle had it in the mouth and the kids walked in.
But you're right though, Chris. Like Newcastle will go back in the dressing room and feel a bit like we should have done more there. We should have finished that game off when we had the chance because the stats showed that they were absolutely well above us in terms of chances, shots on target, possession.
We're going to call an end to this pod.
Yeah,
So, yeah, appreciate you watching it with us. If you're watching this after the fact, everyone will have been sat waiting for the last 2 minutes.
and just if you are watching, do comment and tell you if this format work, because if it does, we'll just throw a couple of these in throughout the season, but if it doesn't, we won't ever do this again, so please let us know.
Please let us know your feedback.
We don't want to waste our time or your time.
I mean, I'm happy to do this for,
Every Liverpool game of the season.
every Thursday night Europa League
Europa
game
League.
when we're away in Russia.
We'll go to Russia.
Can we go to Russia and do it?
I mean, I don't really want to go to Russia.
No.
But
True,
anyway,
good point.
Right, take
Thanks.
it easy.
Cheers.
2-1 victory. Onwards.
Up the Reds.